Ade, a charismatic and ambitious young man, grew up in a small, impoverished village. Life had been cruel to him, his father abandoned the family, and his mother struggled to feed him and his 3 siblings. From an early age, Ade vowed never to live in poverty again. He would rise above it, at any cost. In his late teens, Ade moved to the bustling city of Lagos, where he quickly discovered that charm and wit could open doors. He started small, selling counterfeit goods and scamming unsuspecting people. But it wasn't enough for the life he envisioned. One evening, Ade overheard 2 men in a bar whispering about a powerful ritual that could grant unimaginable wealth. The catch. It required personal items belonging to young women, panties, specifically, as the main offering. The idea was absurd, even horrifying, but to Ade, it sounded like the perfect solution to his hunger for wealth. Ade reinvented himself as a suave and wealthy young entrepreneur, frequenting upscale neighborhoods and university campuses. Armed with designer clothes and a silver tongue, he approached young women with promises of love, jobs, or modeling opportunities. His victims fell for him easily, and when the time was right, he would trick them into having sex with him by promising them heaven and earth and afterwards steal their panties. His charm worked like a spell. He pretended to be deeply in love, buying gifts and whispering sweet nothings that melted hearts. His methods were always carefully planned. He ensured there were no weaknesses, no loose ends. Over time, Ade gathered dozens of panties and took them to a feared ritualist deep in the forest of Ogun State. The priest performed the rites with chilling precision, and within weeks, Ade's fortunes began to change. He landed contracts he hadn't bid for, received favors from powerful people, and stumbled upon opportunities that seemed almost supernatural. Within 2 years, Ade transformed into one of the wealthiest young men in Lagos. He owned mansions, luxury cars, and even a chain of businesses that masked his illicit dealings. People marveled at his success, hailing him as a prodigy. But Ade's secret was known only to him and the ritualist. Despite his wealth, Ade's appetite for more grew insatiable. He expanded his operations, targeting more young women and even hiring a network of recruiters to lure them in. These recruiters, desperate for their cut of the spoils, had no qualms about manipulating innocent girls. But the foundation of Ade's empire began to crack. Strange occurrences started haunting him. He often woke up in the middle of the night to the sound of wailing voices, as if the women he had deceived were crying out for justice. He dismissed it as paranoia, blaming his imagination. Then came the deaths. 2 of his closest associates mysteriously died within weeks of each other. Both had been part of his ritual operations. Their deaths were gruesome, their bodies found mutilated in inexplicable ways. Ade tried to console the priest, but the old man's warnings only deepened his dread. "You can never stop feeding the spirits," the priest said. "If you do, they will take everything back, including your life." One of Ade's victims, a young journalism student named Tolu, had never forgotten him. She had trusted him, even fallen for his charms, only to be left heartbroken and humiliated. When she noticed her panties missing, she grew suspicious and began to investigate. Tolu uncovered a pattern of disappearances and strange occurrences linked to Ade's rise. With determination, she compiled evidence and tipped off a local investigative journalist. Soon, whispers of Ade's dark secrets began spreading. One fateful night, as Ade celebrated yet another business deal, police stormed his mansion. They found a hidden room filled with ritual artifacts and a box containing the remnants of his victims' underwear. Ade's trial became the talk of the nation. The evidence was damning, and witnesses came forward in droves. His former accomplices turned against him, eager to save themselves. The families of the women he had deceived wept openly in court, their pain palpable. The judge sentenced Ade to life imprisonment, but even behind bars, his torment didn't end. The wailing voices grew louder, and his nightmares became relentless. He was found dead in his cell one morning, his face twisted in terror. Ade's rise and fall became a cautionary tale, a grim reminder of how greed and deceit lead only to ruin. The young women he had wronged slowly rebuilt their lives, but the scars remained. And the villagers in Ade's hometown whispered that his restless spirit still roamed the earth, forever haunted by the souls he betrayed. This story is brought to you by Mackay Media Hub. Please like, share and subscribe for more.